the site inventory and analysis on the site background. As I mentioned, the site is a former palace of Kedah Perlis royal family, and it is proved by the historical findings in the site vicinity through archaeology activities such as royal well that was once used by the royal family members as water source, and palace that was ruins. And the current museum building was constructed inspired by the architecture of the previous original palace. And next, there is also a pond that was used during the ancient time to collect water for agriculture use. And because, according to some study, the site is surrounded by paddy field. And beside there is Gorkayang, which was used by Sultan Diodin and his followers to hide during the attack of Siamese army. And according to the statistic, only 1% of Perlis residents have visited the museum in 2017. It shows that the museum is unrecognizable even to the Perlis resident itself, not to mention the visitors from other states. Hence, I look this chance to enhance the site that are able to attract numerous tourists because its potential. And next is the site context. For the site context, it is surrounded by various residential and educational, religious, and commercial areas. However, it is a bit far from the administration area, which is Kanga. And the green areas of the site consist of 30% of hill, 50% of agriculture area, 8% of open space, and 12% of riparian buffer zone. For circulatory system, uh, I divide into, it can be categorized by three, which is primary road, which is Jalan Dato' Ali, which is the only primary road to access the site. And the secondary, there is no main road for vehicles in the museum site, as vehicles only accessible until the parking space area in front of the museum. And the museum is only accessible by pedestrian pathway. And the site is facing issue which is ambiguous entrance and exit point. Next is microclimate. And from the climate analysis that covers on rainfall, wind speed, temperature, precipitation, cloud cover, and humidity, I found out the best time to visit the site is from the mid-December until the late February. And next is social studies and policies and guidelines. For social studies, the site has good pedestrian pathway so that visitors will not feel lost. However, the distance between one place to another is a bit far and cause the visitors to get tired while enjoy the site. Next, for policies and guidelines, Perlis state government has set an interpretation of vision through core development, and one of it is the economic prosperity consolidation. And the sixth vision is to highlight Perlis as a competitive tourism destination, and one of the listed projects is the proposal of agrotourism at Kota Kayang complex. And the seventh vision is to enhance facilities and promotion of tourist attraction place. Again, the museum building is listed for panoramic suggestion of Perlis as heritage building. And currently, Perlis is developing Perlis digital tourism as part of initiative to promote uh, Perlis to the tourists. And next, for visual and senses attributes, I found that the site has a scenic view as it is located at the foothill and surrounded by various hills. This does it make the place absent from the noise pollution, as hills also act as natural noise barrier. However, the view from the site and out of the site is blocked and obstructed by the hills and bushes, especially at the entrance. This is the entrance, and make visitors do not easily recognize. The site has low crime rate as the museum is only open during daytime. However, there is one area that is in between two hills, that may expose to crime activities if there is no civilian. For the physical aspects are developed in geological attributes to determine the suitability for development. Also for microclimate studied on the water bodies exist on site which are the pond, water canal, royal well and swimming palace as the site context. The pond that was once used by the royal family to collect water is currently become a fish pond, and the royal well, which is a natural spring that originates from the ground. And the oldest man-made water canal in Peninsular Malaysia. And it was used by previous sultan as a medium of transportation that reached between Kota Kayang and Alustar. However, those water bodies face the same issues, which is cloudy and smelly due to the improper maintenance. And the natural aspect covered on the existing vegetation and wildlife. The site has rich in diversity of plants and provide more shady area. The presence of unique like lithophyte and geophyte species can attract the visitors. However, the presence of several wildlife as the site is within their natural habitat will risk the visitors' safety. And for the site sensitive, first is to make a welcoming and recognizable entrance with Malay element of entrance segment. Next, to increase the thermal comfort, especially at parking space, by adding white canopy. And third, introduce aeration techniques to cater the issue of bad odor of water bodies. Next, to propose tangible Malay heritage landscape character to the site and to proper to to introduce proper soil retention techniques at the risky areas to make sure that the visitors' safety, especially during bad weather, and next provide interactive information provider to educate visitors, also provide space for local community to generate income, but at the same time introduce Malay culture and local food, and also initiate space for self-experience and activity to attract visitors and just while gaining knowledge, and lastly propose tram path to facilitate visitors, especially with people with disabilities such as oldies and toddlers to enter the site instead of hilly areas without easily feel tired.